In general, I believe that there is a bull market somewhere. So as patriotic as I am and as patriotic as I believe most of our clients are, if the United States stock market is going down, but there's a bull market somewhere else, our job is to go find it. So on the screen right now is a watch list of single country ETFs that helps me to identify where other spots where we might want to take some of our clients' assets. Who got top billing in 2024? Well, you might be surprised. Argentina outperformed quite significantly. If you look at the next best country on that list, it's Israel. Where's the United States? At the top of the list. But if you look at the equal weight S&P 500, it is a little bit lower on that list. So what drove Argentina all the way up to that top of the chart? Well, I would argue this is one of the biggest reasons. So this is a chart from Charlie Bilello. I follow him on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I would encourage you to follow him as well. He posts some really great charts. I've highlighted where Javier Milei took office, and you can see what has happened to their monthly inflation rate since he took office. But I would argue that he has taken austerity measures and taken some very dramatic actions in his nation. But again, in my opinion, he didn't have a choice. Look what was happening as it relates to the inflation rate. At a press conference many months ago, I think it was more than 6 months ago, Chairman Powell was talking about the battle of inflation. And he was talking about the battle of inflation being a greater battle than a recession, because, and the point that he made was that during a recession, unemployment is going to go up. Unemployment is going to go up, and those that are unemployed are definitely going to be hurt in that recession. But his point was, inflation hurts everybody. That was his point. I think that's what Javier Milei would say. Inflation is hurting everybody. We've got to get it under control. So they took some austerity measures. Many would argue fairly dramatic austerity measures. But as far as tackling inflation, he has succeeded, at least by that measure. And here's the point. One of the things that we've talked about many times here, as well as in client meetings, is the amount of deficit spending our nation has. So I would certainly contend that we don't need to take the dramatic action that Javier has had to take, but if we don't, eventually we're going to be forced.